Bonjour Year 8 and welcome to your 13th lesson of the second summer half term. Hope you had a lovely weekend and a good Monday, and here's your lesson for today. So we're looking at the present, the past and the future tenses again on the subject of holidays. So here is the list of equipment you'll need in today's lesson with Mrs. Turner. You will need the exercise book that the school gave you, a pen and a ruler, your knowledge organiser for module 6, which is available on class charts. You can just open up a tab with that on, and also wordreference.com, which can be opened up on a separate tab on a web browser for any vocabulary that you're not sure about. Pause to get any of that ready now and press play to continue. If you have any questions about the activities in today's lesson, please email me, and here's my email address. And when I see your work submitted on class charts, I want to see neat and accurate notes and your own use of the language you've learnt with Mrs. Turner. So where you see the camera icon, take a photo of the task, and that will be ready to submit to class charts at the end of the lesson. Copiez la date mardi 30 juin, Tuesday the 30th of June, et le titre, Hier je suis allée au cinéma. Yesterday I went to the cinema. And also write down your objective, l'objectif, which is to use the verb aller, to go, in the past tense. So this is particularly irregular. So it's really important you pay attention throughout the class. Pause if you need to and press play to continue to the do now activity. Okay, for your do now activity, there are 3 parts. It's a matching activity. What I would like you to do is to match the English in this column here, 1 to 6, to the infinitive in the middle column here, 1 to 6, and then to the irregular past participle here, again, 1 to 6. So, for number 1, this is done for you. To see is in French, voir. So this is down here. And to say, I saw, or saw, you use vu. Okay, so you're going to write in your book to see, voir, and vu. There's no need for any of the numbers from any of the columns, just your answers. Pause to do that now and press play to check your answers. Okay, and here we have your answers for you. So the first one was done for you. To see is it's the verb voir in French, and then the past participle saw is vu. To read is lire, and read, such as I read, is lu. To take is prendre, and took is pris. 4, to have is from the verb avoir, and this is a very irregular past participle. To say had is eu. Numéro 5, to drink is boire in French, and drank in the past participle is bu. And finally, number 6, to do is faire, and the past participle is fait. Pause to check your answers now, and then I'm going to pass you on to Mrs. Turner, who will teach you the rest of the lesson. I look forward to seeing your work on class charts within 2 days of the lesson. Bon courage. Merci. Au revoir.
Activité 1. Match the parts of the verb être, meaning to be, with their correct pronouns. Copy it into your book. You have 5 minutes. Pause the video now. Bon travail. Let's have a look at the answers. Je suis. Tu es. Il, elle, on est. Nous sommes. Vous êtes. Ils, elles, sont. Mark your work carefully. Get the accent circonflexe onto the first E in the vous form. Pause the video now if you need some time to make corrections. Activité 2. Listen to and follow the grammar explanation on screen. Today we're looking at the passé composé with verbs of movement, like go, come, arrive, leave, climb, etc. We're going to specifically look at the verb aller, to go. This group of verbs of movement require use of être as an auxiliary verb, that was step 2 in making the past tense, instead of using avoir. Aller means to go, therefore it's a verb of movement. When you're going, you're moving somewhere. The way we've been learning the passé composé, you would assume that to say I went, you would say j'ai allé. For example, je is I, et is the correct part of avoir, and aller, er verbs get an E accent in the past participle. However, this is a verb of movement. You cannot say j'ai allé because you cannot use avoir as your auxiliary verb. You must say je suis allé using être as your auxiliary verb instead. Let's see how the whole thing goes. Je suis allé. Tu es allé. Il est allé. Nous sommes allés. Vous êtes allés. Ils ou elles sont allés. Let's see a couple of examples. I went. Je suis allé. I is je. Suis is our auxiliary verb, that's step 2, using part of the verb être, literally I am. And aller, to go, is an er verb, so we change it to E accent in the past participle. Je suis allé. Another one. You, singular, went. Tu es allé. Tu is you. Et is part of the verb être, to be. Aller is your past participle. 1, 2, 3. Another example. He went. Il est allé. He, il, est, part of the verb to be. Aller, the past participle. Remember, it's still 3 steps each time. So, now that you've seen some examples, I'll just recap. We are looking at the passé composé, the past tense, of verbs of movement today. These verbs of movement use être, to be, as their auxiliary verb, step 2, instead of avoir, like we were learning all of last week. With this group of verbs, another thing to remember is that the past participle must agree with the pronoun, the person doing the verb, in both gender, masculine or feminine, and number, singular and plural. So the whole thing looks like this. Je suis allé, if you're a boy talking, or je suis allé, if you are a girl talking. You will notice that it sounds exactly the same, but in the feminine form, you would add an extra E when writing. Tu es allé, if you're a boy talking, or tu es allé, if you are talking to a girl. Notice it sounds exactly the same. You would just add an extra E if you are talking to a girl. Il est allé, he went. Or elle est allée, she went, with the extra E. Nous sommes allés, we went, if it was a group of boys that went, or if we are part of a mixed group. If we were all girls that went, you would say nous sommes allés with the extra E for feminine and the S to show that we were part of a group. Vous êtes allés, you all went. For a group of boys or a mixed group, you would simply add the plural S. Vous êtes allés, for a group of girls, extra E for the feminine and S for plural. Finally, ils sont allés, they went, for a group of boys or a mixed group, boys and girls. Elles sont allées, for a group of girls, so they're feminine E and the plural S. Remember, if a group is mixed, boys and girls together, then you make the verb masculine and plural. Right, now's your chance to copy this grammar explanation into your book very, very carefully, using highlighters or colours to show the feminine E and the plural S. Take your time, pause the video now. Right, I'll just run through a few more examples. You can never have too many. First of all, I went, masculin, je suis allé. I went, féminin, je suis allé. You'll notice that they sound exactly the same, but the feminine form has an extra E on the end of the past participle. You went, masculin, tu es allé. You went, féminin, tu es allé. Again, it sounds exactly the same, but you have a feminine E in the written form. He went, il est allé. She went, elle est allée. Now onto the plurals. You need to remember you're thinking about gender and number if it's plural. We went, this is masculine or a mixed group. Nous sommes allés. We went, a group of exclusively girls. Nous sommes allés. Feminine E, plural S. You all went, if talking to a group of boys or a mixed group. Vous êtes allés, plural S. You all went, if talking only to girls. Vous êtes allés, feminine E, plural S. Luc et Thomas sont allés, or ils sont allés, if you're talking about a group of boys that went or a mixed group. They went, ils sont allés. They went in the feminine form. Emma et Anna sont allées, feminine E, plural S. Elles sont allées. Hopefully all those examples have made things a little clearer and you are now beginning to spot a pattern. Activité 3. Now it's over to you. Translate the phrases into French. Take note each time whether the subject of the verb is masculine or feminine, singular or plural. Use the notes that you've just copied and remember you're only using the verb aller. Take 10 minutes, pause the video now. Bien, let's see how you did. Je suis allé, I went. That's if I'm Elliot. If I'm Alice, I would need to write je suis allée with my feminine E. I'm talking to Noah and I say you went. Tu es allé. Masculine form, just E accent on the end. Now I'm talking to Fatima. Tu es allé. Feminine E. James went. James est allé, or il est allé, he went. Keris went. Keris est allée, feminine E, or elle est allée, she went. We went, and we are Ruhan, Eva, and Herbie. Nous sommes allés. Notice that even though Eva is in this group, so we have a mixed masculine and feminine group, the verb stays in the masculine plural form. If we is Isabel, Daisy, and Shruti, remember this is all feminine, so nous sommes allés, feminine E, plural S. You went, plural. I'm talking to Trisha and Daniel. Vous êtes allés. A mixed group, feminine and masculine, gets a masculine plural verb. Vous êtes allés. But if I'm talking only to girls, you went, Caris and Atia. Vous êtes allés. Feminine plural. Jake and Finley went. They went, and they are only boys. Ils sont allés. Alice and Keris went. They are only girls. Elles sont allées. Feminine E, plural S. Mark your work carefully, making sure you have accents in all the right places, plural S's and feminine E's where they should be. Pause the video for that marking now. Right, now I think you're ready to mix them all up. Copy and complete the text, conjugating each of the missing verbs into the correct form of the passé composé. Remember, we are only looking at the verb aller for now, and I want you to concentrate on choosing the correct form of être and making sure your past participle agrees, masculine, feminine, singular, plural. You have 10 minutes. Pause the video now. Here come the answers. Let's see if you've mastered this. Je m'appelle Louis. My name's Louis. That means I'm a boy. Louis is a boy's name. Le samedi dernier, je suis allé au cinéma. Louis is a boy. Je suis allé, therefore, is in the singular masculine form. Au cinéma avec mes amis James et Elliot. So you've got 3 boys in a group who went out. Bear that in mind for your next verb. Après, nous sommes allés au restaurant qui s'appelle Nando's. Nous sommes allés in the masculine plural form. Plus tard, James et Elliot, 2 boys, they went. Sont allés, ils sont allés, masculine plural, au parc pour jouer au foot. Mais moi is Louis, me, so masculine. Je suis allé, masculine singular, chez ma copine Sarah. Le dimanche, mes parents sont allés au supermarché. My parents are a mixed group, masculine and feminine, so the verb should be in the masculine plural form. Mon frère, my brother, so we're masculine, est allé, he went. Mon frère est allé, masculine singular, au centre sportif. Et mes 2 sœurs, my 2 sisters, I'm thinking feminine plural, sont allées, there's my feminine E and my plural S, à la plage parce qu'il faisait du soleil. Qu'est-ce que tu as fait le week-end dernier? What did you do last weekend? Tu es allé au cinéma? Did you go to the cinema? I don't know who I'm talking to, so I've kept this verb masculine and singular. I know it's singular because it's tu, and I don't know if I'm talking to a boy or a girl, so just put the masculine. If you imagined that this was being written to a girl and you put the feminine E on the end, that's okay. You can still mark yourself as correct. Give yourself a total out of 8.
Bon travail, year 8. Well done. Great work today. Please do email me if you have any questions about any of the activities in today's lesson, and here's my email address. And please remember to submit your work on class charts. And Mrs. Turner kindly put camera icons on the pictures of the work that she'd like you to send in so that I can check it and give you a very well-deserved achievement point. Merci, au revoir.